What is going on, people? So what is one of the best way to leave a kingdom? How about zeroing a 1.1 billion might player before you leave? So we started rallying with FW and WiB, and listen, this guy had 45 million troops. He had war gear on. He even had an army attack boost on, but we were going for it. Now he started at just above 1.1 billion might. And one of the reasons why usually you want to use an anti-scout is because now after these rallies, we're going to know exactly what kind of formation he was in. Now we knew that it was some sort of range formation because we tested the phalanx before. But after these rallies, we actually found out that it was a range wedge, which does change how you send the rallies, you know, to actually try to counter that front line. And then here we go. That's the first couple of rallies, and we get them down to 1.08. So that did about 20 plus million, which technically, when you're attacking a billion plus might player with war gear, etc., that's not too bad. Problem is, well, he took the leader. So we started thinking, okay, he's not online. What are we gonna do? Because no matter what we throw at him for a while, he's gonna eat all these rallies up. So maybe you guessed it. We started to fill his prison. If there are some of you out there that do not know already, you can only hold up to 30 prisoners at a time. So if you're trying to zero somebody and they stay offline, what you can do is you can get a bunch of alt accounts or from you know, from your own guild even, to send them your leader. Just send one troop with your leader and it'll go, you know, it'll go straight to their prison. And once they have 30 there, no matter if your rally gets eaten with the leader, your leader would just return because they can't hold anymore. Now, if for some reason you want to counter this, just as an FYI, you can send a garrison up towards the person that's being rallied, and you can actually take the leaders from the people that are sending it. So just as an FYI, but of course we're gonna keep rallying, and that one did about 9 million damage. Not too much damage, but again, when you're trying to attack 45 million troops, yeah, it's you're not gonna do too much damage at first, but you just gotta break through that first layer, and then once you get through that, look, we got them already down about 50 million might after what, like 5 rallies. So not too bad. Maybe you haven't noticed, by the way, but I'm in the bank. So if you see to the right, I just missed a rally because I'm so busy like sending people resources to heal and whatnot. So I'm not even in my main account. I'm using my main account somewhere else to join the rallies, but the one thing I'm mainly focusing on is making sure that people are able to heal. So right now I'm in the bank because Papa Quest is the one leading the rallies. But as you guys may know, the second most important thing outside of the main rally leader is the bank with something like this, because let me tell you, we burn through resources like hell on this. But you know what? Since we were migrating, that actually was not too bad because we needed to get rid of these resources some way, somehow, anyway. So this is a decent way to go. Now that hit only took it about 7 or 8 million, so that didn't really do too well. I guess the thinking was going infantry against the range formation was going to do a little better, but the problem is that since cavalry are going to be on you like ASAP, you're not gonna do too much damage. Now there are 2 rallies going at the same time right now on the right hand side, but again, since I'm in the bank, I think I'm missing them because I'm just so focused on healing people. And once I see the leaders coming back in what I perceive to be their little pampers, I'm like, oh, hold on, somebody hit, right? So we almost got him out of the 1 billion might range. So here comes our hit a little after, and we got him at 1,000,000,003. We're almost there to knock him out of the 1 billion range, the 1 billion might range that everybody seems to love. Like, why are you not 1 billion might anymore? Well, we can ask him right now, why are you not 1 billion might anymore? Now here we go. We got Ken that's gonna be rallying this. He should be dropping him over just under 1 billion right now, and we're still getting our leaders with the pampers back. Again, I am so focused on healing people and then making sure that I'm filling the rallies with my main account that I'm just like, I leave it recording and I can't even check because I'm like, I don't know what happened. Now here's the thing though. I was called to start leading some rallies myself, so I had somebody else take over the bank, which, trust me, that was better for the recording because I was kind of recording with the bank, but at the same time I was like, I don't know what's going on. But now we got him just under 986. So we got this PYY rally. I think this is actually the only rally that they did, which is coming right here. I think they were going infantry, and they had the initial thought that we did. Problem is, again, is that in a ranged wedge, those cavalry are on you like white on rice. So they barely did they even do them? I don't even think they did damage. Anyway, I'm gonna be rallying with range because that's what's needed right now. And at first he was not getting reinforcements, but now he is. The problem is that they're sending him like T2 reinforcements and T3. It didn't feel like it was a very experienced bunch that was reinforcing him, unfortunately for him. But yeah, he's at 980, and I'm going full range, as you can tell. And look at that, bow! Here comes my leader right back. But that was a pretty decent hit. That was about a 98 million drop, which is pretty good. 952. We are slowly but surely whittling his troops down. Now, here comes another rally from Ken. Now, I believe he was at 952, and this one is going to do a fair bit of damage as well. 931, so about 21 million damage right there. So, again, you keep chipping at it. As long as you try and continue to heal the people that need the resources, and as long as the dude never comes back online, you're going to be good. Also, yeah, the healing bill was not pretty. Like, you saw that 276,000 wounded T4. Oh my god, that's not pretty. But anyway, here's the scout that we had at the moment. Now, keep in mind that he's running at ×2. At first, I thought, hold on, is this like a ×10? Like, what the hell? No, it was only a ×2. So, yeah, the dude started with 45 million troops. Now, we got Wandering Elf that's rallying for FW, going full range as well. I never realized. I don't know if Wandering Elf use speed gear because their march is like way slower than most. I think they didn't use speed gear. Either way, they did a decent amount of damage right there, and now you're starting to see that the cannoneers and the snipers are pretty much gone. So yeah, now range rallies are probably going to start doing a bit more damage because we're going to get into more of those cavalry. Now, here comes my rally. Again, I'm still going to be going range because the main thing is once you wipe out the range, you're going to be hitting cavalry. So what beats both range and cavalry together? That's going to be range. We tried the infantry way and it just was not getting anywhere. That's why range, wedge, and even infantry wedge are usually the better ones to go with because there's not one specific front line. But yeah, if you never come online, it won't matter in the end. Anyway, with my hit, we get him under 900 million. So he's just at about 892 million. Remember, he started at 1.1 billion with war gear, army attack boost, all that stuff. So yeah, take a look at that. Pretty much his range is completely gone. So with a little bit of range left, he mainly has infantry and cav. And did you guys see those reinforcements? I don't understand when people send like T2 reinforcements and stuff like that. It's like, no, if you can, you send T4, especially like on a rally trap. You want to send T4 because that's going to kill the rallies quicker. Now, if you are very confident and you're only sending like one rally, you can then get reinforcements T2. That way you don't take any reds. But I mean, generally, you don't want to be sending just random T2. Like I saw range, I saw calves. It was just all over the place. They were not organized at all. Either way, though, here comes my march. They're at 882 right now, and giving my leader with my pamper back, and I take them down to about 863. So about a 20 million hit right there. Let me tell you, as a rally leader, these rallies suck. You wanna know why? Because listen, on every march, people were sending 100k, maybe 200k at times, but the rally leader is sending 375,000 that are all going to get eaten. And let me tell you, man, that freaking sucks. Anyway, Wandering Elf is going to be sending another march, and there it goes. Now we're down to 862, and now we're getting to the meaty part because pretty much their range is completely gone. Now, here's the thing. They only have infantry cavalry, right? So I guess the thinking was, we're going to go cavalry because, you know, cavalry against cavalry is equal, and then cavalry against infantry is strong. The thing is that this dude has so many troops that even cavalry versus cavalry wasn't doing any damage. So we had to go range again. And you see this one barely did any damage. I think it did like 10 million. So I was like, okay, cavalry on cavalry, and we're not even getting to the infantry, so it's kind of a moot point. Let's go ranged. Even though the range is going to get eaten up by the infantry eventually, we're going to be doing much more damage than just going cavalry on cavalry, because we're never touching the infantry, and we need to get to that infantry to be able to be the caps to be worth. So I go ranged once again. And yeah, at this point, there's no way I'm walking back just because of the sheer amount of infantry that he has. The march is going to get eaten, but my hypothesis is that because cavalries walk so much faster, our range is going to be attacking their cavalry for a longer period of time. And let me see, yeah, he's down to 802. So that was a really good hit, and it looks like range is the way to go as far as getting the most damage possible at the moment. But eventually I think cavalry would be the one that would burn him. Again, here comes Wandering Elf, and bow, let's see, what do we got? 785 million. So yeah, range is still doing the damage. Now I think Papa on this one was sending cavalry. So we were thinking that maybe with less cavalry, they were going to do more damage. And that one actually did a fairly decent amount, like 752. We're almost getting to that sweet spot. So he has 34 million troops. If you divide that by 2, pretty much we're talking about like 17 million troops still left, which, I mean, it's still a lot. Here comes Wandering Elf once again, and before they hit, I needed to go ahead and go and set the Ancient Drake Rider march, because listen, the cavalries are pretty much done. They're at 717, and the plan now is for me to go full cavalry. Looks like Ken was gonna already had a rally going for range, so we didn't want him to hit after me because that would kind of defeat the purpose. So the plan was then to have Wandering Elf hit range right here, like so. Bow, go ahead and give me that Pamper hero back, down to 701. And now Ken is going to go full range to clear the remainder of these Ancient Drake Riders, which is not a lot, but it's enough. It's enough. And we definitely didn't want to reset the rally, so they're going to go ahead and send range. They're going to clear out all of the cavalry that is still left. And now I'm going to send a full cavalry march at just infantry. So after this rally by Ken, there should only be infantry there. And technically speaking, that should give us the burn as long as I do enough damage. But there we go, 684. And he should only have infantry left. Some people are even pulling the reinforcements at this point as well. I don't know. And bow, there it is. There's the fire. All the heroes are released. We get fire finally. So we get the fire. This was like an hour after. Like, look, editing this video was no fun because this was like 2 hours of footage that I had to edit, and oh my goodness. Either way, it was 15 million troops that were there, pretty much all infantry, and I got about 5 million dead on that one hit. All the heroes are freed, and you know what's gonna happen now. Once you see fire, ho, it's going down. So here we go. Wandering Elf, I believe, also went cav and got a really decent hit right there. Let's see, he's down to 534. Now, in this case, once it got down to 534, I was thinking, okay, our rally next is just gonna completely wipe them because Papa Quest had a cavalry rally going. But then I saw people starting to solo, and I was like, hold on, wait a minute, why are we rallying then if people are just gonna solo him down? That we're never, our rally was still a couple of minutes away from even launching. So I was like, okay, well, yeah, let's go ahead and get our kills right now, because if we don't, people are just going to solo him and we're never going to get a hit in. So go ahead. I remember that I was still in cavalry talents from my last rally, and I sent a solo in to see just what I can get. And unfortunately for me, I just missed out on the leader. I believe Ken was the one that got the leader as well. So yeah, 1.1 billion might player in war gear, army attack boost on 45 million troops, 0 down to 482. Now, big shout out to everybody that came in and joined the rallies, the people from WiB and FW for helping out with the 0. Amazing job, everybody. And I guess PYY for that one rally that didn't really like do much, and then they quit. I don't know what was up with that. Anyway, after that, he did have some resources, so you know, we amp pile him is what I like to call it. We just amp pile on him. And I was so tired at this point. I was like, listen, I don't really care about getting the resources. We're migrating anyway. Like, I'm not gonna use those resources, and never mind. Now, this is all the rallies from the beginning. That way, if you want to see all the stats and all the kills, etc., I'm gonna go down the line for all of the single hits. If you want, and if you want to go over them, you can pause it at times. But yeah, like I said, the guild as a whole definitely took a beating as far as range troops, mainly because there was just so many range rallies. But in the end, I feel like it was worth it, man. We got 45 million troops killed, and look, Guildfest ended literally as we were still rallying, so nobody was even caring about Guildfest at this point. But again, big shout out to everybody that came and helped fill rallies, help with resources, went to other guilds to help rally lead and fill, and for all, of course, the other guilds that also donated the troops in a way. Oh, for some reason, when I rescued the 30 prisoners, I got a nice little 24,000 little gold bounty. Okay, you know what? I'll take that. I'll take that. Appreciate it. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Appreciate you guys for watching, and until later.